inspiration to create unforgettable moments and characters in everyday life. Their studios are lined with photo books, travel magazines, and even clippings classified by subject, all as reference guides. Disney animators have been known to travel all over the world to capture realistic characters in their natural habitat. But sometimes when creating a character, all they had to do was walk to the recording studio and look at the actor performing. Here is Screen Rant's list of 10 Disney actors that look exactly like their characters. Christian Bale in Pocahontas. Before Christian Bale protected the streets of Gotham City as Batman, he was John Smith's young friend in 1995's Pocahontas. The chiseled chin, the nose, the eyes all look like Bale, and since he wasn't as famous in 1995 as he is today, no one really noticed. After Pocahontas, Bale portrayed John Rolfe in Terrence Malick's The New World, the man who married Pocahontas after John Smith. In this costume, you can see how similar he looked to his drawn character even 10 years later. Dwayne Johnson in Moana. Former World Wrestling Federation entertainer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays the legendary demigod Maui in 2016's Moana. Despite the character getting criticized for being depicted as an overweight Polynesian, there are many similarities to Johnson. His trademark eyebrow raise, made famous during his wrestling days, is front and center. Also, his chest and arm tattoos are Samoan, just like his Disney character. But we bet Johnson wishes that he had the hair that Maui has. Adriana Caselotti in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Even back in 1937, when Disney released their first full-length animated feature, their characters looked like their voice actors. The once chorus girl Adriana Caselotti made her debut as Disney's first leading lady of animation, Snow White. Her beautiful dark hair, fair skin, and eyebrows looked like her animated counterpart. Since she was under contract to Walt Disney, he prohibited her from accepting other roles, including those for Disney, citing it would spoil the illusion of Snow White. Maybe she was the inspiration for Cinderella, too. Ed Asner in Up. Ed Asner provided the voice of the aging and curmudgeonly character of Carl in 2009's Up. No doubt you have seen the picture of these two put side by side and know the similarities, but what you might not know is that the character was actually based off of Spencer Tracy in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Either way, Ed Asner must look like Spencer Tracy, because he looks just like Carl in this uplifting film about an unlikely friendship. Jeremy Irons in The Lion King. Maybe it's because we've never seen Jeremy Irons or Scar smile, but despite their gloomy demeanor, there's no denying it. Irons looks like Simba's uncle and nemesis from 1994's The Lion King. Irons first declined playing the part since he just finished playing Klaus von Bülow in Reversal of Fortune and was not comfortable going into comedy. Once he did, the animators watched his films Reversal of Fortune and Damage to incorporate his facial traits and tics, and incorporate them they did. Rowan Atkinson in The Lion King. The wickedly funny Rowan Atkinson plays the king's major domo in The Lion King, a hornbill named Zazu. Before Atkinson was cast as the bird, numerous members of the Monty Python team were considered, but once the animators saw an episode of Mr. Bean, they knew Atkinson was perfect for the role. They gave him his pointy eyebrows, half-closed eyelids, and the snooty smirk that only Atkinson can achieve. For an actor that does very little speaking in his other roles, he nailed the role of Zazu, and the animators nailed his look. Angela Lansbury in Beauty and the Beast. You don't need any spoonfuls of sugar for your tea when watching Mrs. Potts in 1991's Beauty and the Beast. The sweet and lovable Angela Lansbury voices the castle cook turned teapot that looks over Belle when she joins their household. Lansbury's eye color and rosy cheeks help bring the jolly Mrs. Potts to life as she talks and sings her way through the film. Even when she's brought back to human form, there are many similarities between the two of them. Danny DeVito in Hercules. Sometimes you have to wonder if Danny DeVito is a real-life cartoon character. Each cartoon character he plays has a strong resemblance of the pudgy, short, and talented DeVito. From Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, Looney Tunes' Swackhammer in Space Jam, and of course Philoctetes in Disney's 1997 film Hercules. For Hercules, the animators discovered DeVito has really different mouth shapes, and they used these shapes while animating his character for the film. John C. Reilly in Wreck-It Ralph. The animators of 2012's Wreck-It Ralph were encouraged to make the film as realistic as possible, traveling around the world visiting candy factories, bakeries, truck manufacturers, and many more. So it makes sense that the animators modeled their main character off the man who voiced him, John C. Reilly. Reilly has a cartoon face that stands out in any crowd, and expressions that go with it. Whoever decided to cast Reilly in a cartoon knew what they were doing. Robin Williams in Aladdin. 1992's Aladdin broke the mold for actors in animated films. Since then, the actors playing the voices are just important as the films themselves. Not only did the genie look like a blue Robin Williams, but at the end of the film when the genie was in a Hawaiian shirt and goofy hat, the animators are paying homage to what Williams wore in Back to Neverland, a short he did for Disney MGM Studios in 1989. The animators had to convince Williams to play the part of the genie, so they animated the magical character to one of Williams' stand-up routines, making sure he had his nose. Obviously, it worked. There you have it, 10 Disney actors that look exactly like their characters. Are there any others you know of? Sound off in the comments below and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos like this one. Thanks for watching.